this is Melanie with Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, and I'm here with Lauren Grove with Fidelity Title. And since title is always kind of like, what do you say? It's kind of like a mystery to people.
It sure is.
I thought, first of all, I'd like to ask you a few questions about yourself. So tell us about yourself.
So I'm actually from Florida. I moved to Colorado a few years ago and I love it. It's beautiful. Can't get enough of the mountains. I have 2 dogs and a loving husband. And I used to be a teacher, so this is definitely far out left field for me, but it's been a real fun experience just learning so much about it.
Sure. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. So how did you get into title?
COVID actually brought me into title.
COVID did.
Yeah, I was in the middle of buying my house too, so it was kind of all worked out where I could learn about it and get to experience it firsthand.
Okay, well that's good. So you're a title rep, right? So you meet agents and other people that want to use title, and then you introduce them to Fidelity Title. Is that?
I sure do.
Basically what you do? Okay, great. That's how we met. So, so tell me. I know that as a lender, a lot of my clients are very confused, and they're like, "What is title? What does title do?" Because they'll see the title chart on the fee sheet, but they don't know what you guys do.
Right, and that happens a lot, so if you're unsure as well, do not feel left out. So basically I like to explain it as almost a reverse insurance, because most life insurance, State Farm, casualties, you are insured against future events. Title works kind of backwards because we insure against the past events that might affect ownership of your property.
Okay, got you. So, and then also, like explain what you guys do with like liens or encumbrances. Like, what does that mean?
So a lot of people, you might have heard of an O&E report. This is what we'll do for our title examiners. We'll do a search and they'll examine any liens that might come up. This could be anything from mortgages that were not paid before things go into foreclosure, anything that might have any effect on how you own your title to your property. So our search will it'll do a background, kind of like a background check on a person when you're doing a job application.
Okay, that's awesome. So basically, you give us peace of mind when we go to the closing table, us as the lender making sure that there's no other liens on the property.
Exactly.
And that we're going to be in first position.
Yes.
And if there is a lien on the property, such as if it's a refinance and there's a second, that the second stays in second lien position, we're in first.
Yes.
The other thing is you make sure that for the buyers that there's no like mechanic liens, like there's not a contractor that comes out and can file a lien on the property, correct?
Precisely, yes.
Okay.
This is kind of like a safety blanket for you, and it ensures, like she said, that they'll be in the first place, so there's nothing that's going to come up to say that you owe anyone else anything. This is a security for your ownership on your title, on your property.
Gotcha. So walk us through as well, like when we go to a closing table, I know I've gone to hundreds of closings in my career, and when I go to the closing table, we go to the title company. And so the title company is always like the be all end all, right? So walk me through that day and what that looks like and who's doing what that day.
Right. So on that day, you will meet with your escrow officer, and they will sit you down and they'll go over all of your closing documents for you. So once you come in prepared with your ID and your signing hand ready to go, anyone who is currently on title or who will be going on to title will need to be present to sign, and they will go over through each document for you, from your warranty deed to your deed of trust and any of the other disclosures or any loan documents if you're using a lender, which I would recommend to use Melanie with Fairway.
I will. Thanks for the plug.
Yeah. But yes, your escrow officer will be the one to walk you through each step, and they'll explain what you're signing, what is happening actually while you're signing, what you're agreeing to. They'll go over any questions with you that you might have. The whole process could take anywhere between 30 minutes to about an hour, just depending on any loans that are involved. And if you're buying, it does usually take longer, but sometimes sellers can go in and out in 30 minutes. So the officer does a really good job of explaining everything through step by step for you. So you'll get all your documents signed, and you can take some fun pictures at our office. We have some nice little say us the address and little fun signs for you, kind of like your wedding shopping. It's a much bigger, better commitment.
That's true. That's true. We'll show some at the end. So, and one thing I need to give kudos to is especially the closers, because they're a huge part of the team, right? When it comes to us preparing for a closing. So what happens is 3 days before closing, we like to at least have our final closing documents balanced. What happens is our closer at Fairway will balance with the title company closer, and they'll go back and forth between the two with payoffs and taxes and any kind of homeowners association dues, flood certs, things like that they need to have on the title fee. And so that's really important that they do that together.
Yes.
And then once they arrive upon, yep, this looks good to me, does that look good to you, then they balance. And at that point, when title and our closer balance and they work as a team together, then at that point, I as a loan officer can release that final approved closing document that they have both reviewed and okayed to my buyers and to my agents, so that we know it's correct going to the closing table.
Exactly.
So they make a huge role in all of it, actually. So they're not the forgotten piece. They're very important.
Yeah, it's all about teamwork, like
I
you
know,
said,
and I
working
know, Tara here at Fidelity, she has been a huge part in my career over the years. I think we've known each other since 2001, something crazy.
Yeah.
So she's close. So many of my buyers. So I'm so grateful for her, and she's such an expert when she does everything, and she's always able to answer people's questions and very available. So
yes, that's what I love most about our company.
Yeah.
I think is our availability. If you do call, you will actually get in contact with your closer. We do have all of our title examiners that work in-house, and if you have a question, you can reach them directly. And like you said, most of our employees actually have over average about 20 years of industry experience. So you have that wealth of knowledge and experience to go with you, so you feel secure with what you're doing, and we know what we're doing.
That's awesome. And Fidelity Title just moved to a beautiful location in which we're sitting in the front area here with the reception, and it's 1755 Telstar Drive, Suite 101, Colorado Springs, Colorado, 80921. So definitely, if you're an agent or you're a client, did you know that actually, even though the listing agent picks the title company, if the buyer really wants their own title company, they can make that choice.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
you have a choice, and Fidelity Title is wonderful, and I've had personal experience over the years, so I really encourage you to use Fidelity and talk to Lauren here. Put her phone number here in the information, and maybe show us some of the fun signs that you guys do.
So this is a fun one. It's closing time.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, another soul.
Love it. Love it. Nice modeling.
Oh, thank you. I think my favorite one is, here is the perfect one. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's a
Love our lender.
perfect way to end it. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.